Something like this.
Dope shit. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
We up in this whole episode 6. Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati. It's your boy Zeke.
It's your boy Israel, the Quiet Riot.
Brian.
We'll just go with that because he'll never remember all those fucking aliases he has.
Right? That fucking list that we have. Just a fucking scroll.
Tell you what, we need to get a whiteboard. So it's like Brian, aka Be Easy, aka but he just got so many. Like
right.
He has so many that I actually just forgot all of them right now.
Stack those bodies.
Stack those bodies on top of bodies. Home record. Jude did not see this coming.
You lying.
You'll be easy. How much to get all those names tattooed on you?
Oh shit. Would you do it?
Like across your back like a scroll. Every time we think of a new one, you just add it.
No.
What if I just pay for the tattoos?
No.
Fucking pussy.
I don't see you getting big dick whatever from
it's on
whatever.
my dick. You want to see it or what?
I kind of saw that one coming.
That would change the dynamic of our friendship like drastically.
Just Big Dick Daddy Cincinnati. How does it all fit in there?
I just got the acronym, dog. It didn't fit. Don't worry.
Trash.
I heard this one song. I don't remember. I think it was like by Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And he had hold on one second. He had a tattoo or it was a skit, and the tattoo was like a comedian or something. He was on stage telling a joke, and he was like, "Yeah, I got $100 bill tattooed on my cock for girls who like to blow money."
Hey, you ain't lying.
Stupid ass shit.
I'm pretty sure they went through it fast.
Yeah.
Hey.
But anyway, episode 6, Couch Lock. We're gonna try a different nerdy approach since we can experiment with this show, so we might as fucking well.
Hey.
All right, be easy. Let's jump into the nerd shit. I don't know how much nerd shit you've been looking into, but it's pretty much what I dedicated my week thus far to.
Yeah,
I saw a bunch of dope shit. Was it Xbox Game Pass streaming sticks? Did you see that?
no, I didn't.
So it says it's like Google Stadia, but better. And I guess it'll be played off of something called xCloud.
Wait, is it like a streaming game service or what?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if it's a service. Well, it would have to be a service, but it's basically, it looks like like a Fire Stick or what's it called? The Chromecast stick, whatever.
Yeah.
Hook it up to your shit, and you pretty much just stream games, kind of like Google Stadia. But I think what the difference is basically like what we were just talking about with Zoom and Skype. Like Microsoft has a dedicated division for gaming. That's where Google was kind of like, oh, let's give gaming a shot,
Right.
So I feel like maybe it'll be better, but I still wouldn't really trust it just because it's streaming a game. Like that seems like a lot to do.
And then plus, like, depending on your Wi-Fi connection, it could suck.
Yeah.
Bandwidth, all that shit comes into play, but
Yeah.
they were talking about like possibly adding that to their repertoire instead of like just consoles. Like they want to add that. I don't know how much it would cost. I saw somewhere in the ballpark of like 150 to 200. I was like, all right, so basically an Xbox One S, the digital version or whatever it is.
Right? Huh.
I don't think internet's fast enough for it yet. I mean, I know there is fast internet out there,
Right.
but I don't think that for your average person, your average, middle class or lower person will be able to
play
do this, you
right.
know?
Because I mean, like
the connection required is insane. Because even with like Stadia, that was meant for like, what was it, like $10 a month or some shit like that? And even then, the people who could afford that were like, This sucks ass. Like this is too
Yeah.
slow.
Was it doesn't Google have Google Fiber? I'd imagine that being somewhat faster.
Yeah, but the problem is that a lot of these places are in monopoly zones. So they can only get one internet provider.
Right.
I.e. Navarre's house.
Facts.
Yeah. So you're limited to what they can give you.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about this shit. Like, I really, really like where they're going with this idea. I just don't think we're there yet. Like, I feel like we're too far off.
Yeah, I would say at least 5 years before it's viable.
Yeah, before like something like a fiber optics or something like that is like pretty much just a standard that comes with every internet connection, and then you can kind of go up in packages from there.
Right.
Outside of that, I don't see it happening because there are people who are still limited. They're like, oh, you can sign up with us now for $50 a month, and you get 50 gigs of internet. Like packages like that still exist in
Right.
areas like where Navarre lives and shit. So imagine just trying to play like an old game. Like maybe you're like trying to play, I don't know, like Crash Bandicoot or some shit on their shit, and then you get an email or your shit just stops working, or you get an overage charge on your bill.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And that's the thing people need to realize is that the amount of data that'll be going is going to be insane. We're talking like
A shit ton.
yeah, it's probably going to end up being like terabytes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So,
Oh yeah, and then also like you got to keep in mind that like say like for instance, I know pretty much everyone in this group, even like including STS 420 has AT&T. Well,
Yeah.
while we have unlimited data, however you want to say it, it still gets capped off. Like it doesn't get capped off; it gets slowed down. So imagine you do have unlimited and you're playing this whatever X Cloud or stream shit, whatever, I don't even know what it's called, Game Pass streaming. Imagine you are playing that for like an hour, and then you run through all of your quote unquote unlimited data, and then it gets slowed down to like like your up and down speeds drastically drop.
yeah.
So I don't see it working right now, but I can definitely see it happening in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
But I mean, the concept of streaming games, I think that's pretty cool because instead of you buying like the game itself and trying to see like, okay, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Streaming games, depending on how big their library is, that would be pretty dope.
yeah. Obviously there would have to be different tiers. Like we talked about this before, like maybe like a $30 a month one, where maybe you get like kind of like early access to like a new game or something, or like every with that $30 a month, you're automatically signed up for beta versions or some shit just to kind of test it out. And then, like the $10 a month kind of gets you just their basic library that they have on, on their Game Pass library. Something like that would be dope. If we could get the speeds fast enough to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
Or what if they're gonna do like what Apple kind of does with their, or like what streaming services do with music? You know how you can download the music? What if like you do that for the games, but once you stop paying, it just cuts it off completely?
We had talked about that before too. I think that's an even better idea.
Right.
But that's called Game Pass Unlimited. I think they're looking for a legit streaming service that way they can have money coming in constantly. Not because like what is Game Pass or what's the Xbox Live, like $10 a month or some shit like that? If you don't get the $60 for a year,
Yeah,
so $10 a month. Now that's a lot of money, assuming considering how many people have Xboxes. Now let's throw in $30 a month with a whole bunch of people like who used to pay $10 a month. Now your money's like quadrupled.
Right.
Because there's always going to be the Xbox versus PlayStation war.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't think we're there yet, but I do like the idea that I like the
The
steps they're taking. Yeah, in the way I like the way they're moving. So
I think before that, we need to switch off from discs for games.
Aren't they trying to do that now?
They're trying, but
what do you mean, like move away from like Blu-ray or something, or what?
yeah,
Just
I
discs
mean-
in general.
yeah, discs. I mean, because discs are kind of outdated now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, dude, I mean, look at the size of like a lot of these thumb drives that we have. They're fucking massive.
Oh yeah.
You know, bigger than anything we could put on a fucking disc. So, I'm thinking we need some type of like, you know, specialty thumb drive for these consoles.
I think it would be dope if they actually sold them as flash drives. Like
Yeah.
little bitty like cruiser thumb slider things, whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then you could just get like a key ring and just put them on there whenever you want to play a game, or maybe you can just install the shit and then always have access to it whenever you want to reinstall it.
Yeah.
And like maybe like your save data is like stored in their cloud or something like that.
Right. I don't know. I mean, like, that's cool, but then again, like, think about like people trying to share the game with everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then it would have to come with like a registry key.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
No.
Kind of like Pro Tools.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they'll do it because the thing that the gaming industry hates is the fact that, you know, places like GameStop exist.
Why is that?
Because whenever a game gets sold back to GameStop, you know, and then they sell it pre-owned,
right?
The companies don't get
Money
a portion from the pre-owned games. It all goes to, you know, GameStop in these places.
Yo, Beezy, it's funny that you say that because another thing from Microsoft, check this shit out. And this is from an article that I just read like a couple hours ago because I'm late to the party. It says Microsoft, with their new Xbox, Microsoft to give a lifetime cut of digital sales to GameStop as long as Xbox is purchased from GameStop, physical location or online. So they're trying to keep GameStop alive.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because GameStop pushes most of their games. Most of these big retail stores, they mostly only deal with the big AAA titles.
Right.
So they don't even bother with the, you know,
indie games.
Well, not only indie games, but anything that's not, you know, the big name stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I mean, you know, go to the video game section at Walmart or Target or something like that, and then go to GameStop, and it's completely different. You know what I mean?
It's night and day.
Yeah. So I mean, unless these big stores are gonna, you know, increase the size of their video game sections, you know, places like GameStop and all these other gaming stores are gonna stay.
Yeah, you have to look at it as like Walmart, like a variety show. They don't really specialize in one thing. As the word GameStop, like they dedicate their whole store and like physical locations and online sites to whether it be AAA, indie, brand new games you never even heard of. You know, like these games that cost like $2.99, kind of like Steam. Right. You know, like they'll push any game. Now they may not push them the hardest, but they'll at least have them on stock, you know, or in stock, so that way you have access to them.
So, question: what do y'all think about like people are trying to make their own like video game store? Do y'all think they should even do that now, or they should just not even have that in mind? Because I get the whole like retro games, but I mean, like, you know how most of them are trying to pull both retro games and like new games too.
Basically, like GameStop.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good because it creates competition. So it just helps the consumer.
Right.
You know, because the more options that you have, the better chance you have of getting a deal. You know what I mean?
True. But I think the big companies like GameStop they unintentionally put the kibosh on that thing, because whenever you think of a video game store, the first thing that comes to mind is what?
GameStop. Yeah, because
so
I mean,
it's always harder for like the only ones who can really succeed in making their own like local stuff like that are restaurants.
Yeah,
because it's their own flavor, really. You know, like with the gaming world, like Steam and GameStop. GameStop, if you're thinking physical location, like you don't really have very many options. Like EB Games used to be one. I think it was EB Games or no, EB
Yeah.
Toys.
EB
Well, it was
Games.
there. Yeah, it was another fucking game location like that. But they went under pretty quick too. So
FYE.
yeah, Fye, yeah.
FYE, there's still one location in Austin.
Yeah, but I know they're
They're going
not
down
as
under.
prevalent
Right.
as they
Yeah, because
used to be.
they're more so like a Hastings, right? Like they sell
Yeah.
everything.
Kinda,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know like one local store that I used to go to in Round Rock before I left, they went under, and I was like, motherfucker. Because I really love that store. They had like a cool arcade, a little area if you wanted to play arcade, and then they had like people, other games systems like old like Nintendo 64 and all that, and cushion seats that where you can like play and all that. It was really cool like gaming store, but you know,
Yeah, I know there was a there's an Fye at the, I want to say it's the Katy Mills Mall, or there used to be one, and it was like gigantic, and then they got bought out like by Circuit City, and I shit you not, this is back when I was chilling with Navarre and Flo and Reina like every weekend. So I want to say they got bought out in like a March, maybe in like July. Circuit City was fully they were fully built and ready to go. Like they had customers in there and everything. Literally the next month we went in there and they were under. Like they removed all their stock. There was just nothing but a bunch of empty racks in there.
damn,
Yeah.
huh?
And then come to find out, like there was a couple of employees in there, because they had like maybe like some, band shirts and shit like that they were still trying to get rid of.
Right.
And I asked them, I was like, damn, what the fuck happened here? And they were like, well, Best Buy. Like they pretty much have a monopoly over all the tech and electronics, resale. I was like, son of a bitch.
Dang, dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that we're talking about basically malls, do you think Hastings would have survived if they moved it to a mall kind of like strip?
No, because like Brian said before, they were a little overpriced. It's more so that they had everything, and it was kind of like our Fye,
Right.
so you could go in there and buy toys and movies and books and all this other computer games and all this other shit, but you're also going to pay a premium for that because they had everything.
Right. I was
It's
just
just
wondering.
hard. It's just hard whenever they have prices like that. Had they been like maybe reasonably priced? Because like honestly, like I think I only ever went in there to get like used shit like movies.
Hmm.
Like very very seldomly did I go out of my way to be like, yo shit, new movie coming out. I'm going straight to Hastings. Because even like their DVDs, instead of being $18.99, they were like $24.95.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I would get like a used one.
Facts, big facts.
Hell yeah! But I loved going in there. I'll buy
Oh yeah, I
books
still
and
miss
all
it
that.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I still miss it. Fucking dope. You were gonna say something, Beezy?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. One thing I did see, the argument, well, not really the argument, but like the debate that Beezy and I were having about Bethesda
Yeah.
keeping their games pretty much on Xbox.
Uh-huh.
The dude who made that deal pretty much confirmed that he was like, fuck PlayStation, these games are staying on Xbox.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
But he also prefaced it with, our goal isn't to take gamers away from the games.
Okay.
He was like, he's like, if we can work something out, cool. He was like, but as of right now, these games are gonna stay within the Xbox family. So maybe down the line they'll do what I was talking about. But as of right now, they're like, fuck you. We're trying to get our money up, son. We're trying to
Yeah.
get mainly our consumers and like our gamers up, to stay on our side.
Right. The folks were all like, "Fuck them guys."
I mean, pretty much. But like, like I said, I see what Brian was talking about, and I see what this guy's saying. Why the hell would you give away not necessarily the rights, but why would you just be in cahoots with the
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 opponent.
opposition? Yeah,
Right.
unless it's for money.
Yeah.
Whenever they can join together and make the money, then yeah, you can pull it off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're trying to do like a Sony and a Marvel kind of thing.
Maybe they may lease those titles out. Who knows? But then
Right.
Sony, I don't think Sony would do it because they really wouldn't be gaining that much. They'd be paying a shit ton to keep those titles on their platform, and then still having to pay out probably a bigger percentage to Microsoft whenever they do sell.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Isn't Skyrim under Bethesda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully, it doesn't fuck up the gaming market. But I can.
You
Go
cut
ahead.
out.
Oh no! I thought Brown was gonna say something, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
stop.
No. The only thing I can think of is any other big company going to either Microsoft or Sony.
Like who?
I
EA.
don't know. Oh yeah. If EA goes to one of those, it's game over.
Oh yeah.
But it won't happen
Nah, I
because
don't
EA
think
is
so.
so big that they don't need to be bought out. Unless,
I mean, I feel like their sports games division basically keeps them afloat.
yeah,
For sure.
It's
for
all-
sure.
yeah, it's literally the microtransactions
Mhm.
are keeping them alive.
Right.
If people actually stopped buying all that shit, then yeah, they change things really fucking quick.
I know for a while there, they were talking about not releasing a game every single year, and you just pay like $30 for a roster update and microtransactions to kind of keep like jerseys updated and shit like that. You know, like your cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
And immediately that was thrown out the window. They were like, "Fuck that! We want people to pay $60 for this game every year," which comes with the, I guess, quote unquote, free roster update and jersey updates. And I was like, well, I mean, depending on how you market that, you know, to the right consumer, somebody may rather just pay the $30 for the roster update and then maybe pay $10 for the jersey update or whatever, or like
Character update.
insert shit here or whatever.
Right.
But some people are like me who pay the $60 a year, stupidly pay the $60 a year for these games, and they're like, yeah, we got these fucking guys hooked, like it's like a drug.
Right.
Yeah.
So why change that formula? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Facts.
Yeah.
But eventually, you want to expand and kind of just do different ways of making money. What's
Amen.
best.
Hey man, if it's tried and true, don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Especially for like a multi-billion-dollar company like EA. Why the fuck would they ever change something like that up? Shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
Shit, I would probably handle it the exact same way, honestly, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It depends. I mean, if it looks like it'll stay inconsistent, then yeah, probably wouldn't change it. Yeah, your name would take a hit, your reputation.
Right.
But as long as people kept paying for it, then who gives a fuck,
I mean, look at GTA 5.
Dude, that thing is still going strong.
It's still the number one. I just saw it like a couple days ago. It's like the number one selling video game. And
Yeah.
and they, you know how they're doing it? They looped. I mean, they gamed the system, so it's technically not the number one selling, but because of all the microtransactions, those numbers go towards their sales department. So it's still recognized as the number one selling video game of all time.
Don't they still have that gambling thing still going on too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once you throw gambling in there, I mean,
Oh,
for
yeah.
one, microtransactions are bad enough as it is, but goddamn, like
Gambling.
gambling. I mean, I remember when what was it, last year, or it was may have been the first year we started this in 2018. That was whenever they released that online casino. I was like, oh yeah, this game is eternal.
Oh yeah.
They'll never get rid of this shit.
No, because I remember when I think that same year they were all like, "Well, we're thinking about releasing 6, but now, nah, fuck it, we're making way too much money here."
Well, what it's done is it's afforded them the time to make 6 even bigger, because I think I had talked about it before. Like they're actually teaming up with Google Earth or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Because they want the United States as the entire map. So they want to make like the biggest game of all time. All on top of all the microtransactions that are going to be involved, on top of all the gambling, on top of all the new game modes they're going to have. It's going
Right.
to be that game. I could see. Let's say it comes out 2021. I could see them postponing Grand Theft Auto 7 until like 2030,
Yeah, I can see that.
2035.
Probably do the whole world.
Yeah.
Damn. That's probably gonna be like the hype of that year.
Oh, dude, how big do you think that game is going to be? You would basically need like a 2 terabyte
yeah.
external.
I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be quite that big. I think they're just bluffing. I mean, I guess they wish it was that big, but I don't see it being that big anytime soon. I'd give it maybe 20 years before they could do something that big,
Why is that?
just because of the technology and everything. Because
Yeah, I don't think it was going to be like an open world where you can like drive from like Texas to Oklahoma or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like certain missions would be
areas.
based out of like, oh hey, this happened in California. Well, you need to go to Washington or something like that, and it would probably maybe be like a jump scene or some shit like that
Yeah, I
to
can
like
see
Washington.
that. Like certain
Yeah.
cities.
yeah, I can understand them doing multiple big cities. Like I think with these new consoles coming out and with our data size technology still growing, they could probably do something at least twice as big as GTA 5.
Yeah.
Map size.
Right.
But the thing is that size isn't everything. When it comes to game maps.
Right.
I mean, look at what Cyberpunk 2077 is trying to do. They have a relatively small map,
Right.
but the thing is that it's going to be populated. There's going to be shit to do.
Hmm.
So, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like with GTA 5. Like, whenever online first came out, you really only had the basic world that you played the game in, and then
Yeah.
and then they just started adding all different types of game modes and all these like different little small elements to keep people coming back to it.
Right.
And I mean, shit, like we said, if it works, it works. So,
Yeah.
and they've constantly been doing that. And I haven't played online like in a long time, but last time I did play, they had added a whole bunch of maps, like a shit ton of maps, like just different stuff for you to do.
Yeah.
Like whether it be like a rooftop, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? I've never seen this before, and it's within that same world.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just an area that you weren't able to access before. I think it's like you could do like a paintball gun, kind of like a Call of Duty style, but with like paintballs and shit. And
Oh,
it was
shit.
just on a rooftop. But like
Huh.
it was like someone said, if you look down, oh, there's that bridge that I flew over a couple of hours ago trying to do a backflip in this Lamborghini or some shit. But they'll add stuff like that, and you're like, oh fuck, this is dope. So, like I said, if it works, it works.
You ain't lying. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did
Man, I would love to have stock in that game.
Is there stock for that game?
there's a stock
maybe
market in the
Rockstar.
game?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say if there's stock in that game, goddamn.
No, there's Rockstar.
I was about to say
Yeah,
there's
Rockstar
probably
for
like
sure.
stock for the company that made it, but not for the game itself.
No.
I wonder how much. I wonder where you can find the stock for like a gaming company. Let me see.
Probably at a stockbroker.
Let
Yeah.
me see. I want to see if it's actually on Robinhood.
That'd be dope though. Put $1 in there. Shit.
Good luck. That'll get you like 1/100th of a stock.
If even, depending on how much it costs.
Yeah.
Because I know Bitcoin is like fucking. I just saw it. It was like 13 grand or something like that.
Yeah, it's
for
huge.
one share.
It's about to go to 15 pretty soon, I think.
Are you talking about the shares in Bitcoin or a Bitcoin?
A Bitcoin.
Oh, Bitcoin's volatile. So, I mean, it fluctuates wildly, more wildly than the stock market.
Hmm.
So, you got to be cautious of that. I know I kind of, that is something I wish, if I had a time machine, go back,
And do the stock market?
no, go back. Well, yeah, stock market, but go back, like 5 years or so, get a couple of Bitcoins
Oh
and
shit.
just sit on them.
Yo, the company that actually is in charge of all the stocks for Rockstar and Bethesda and all that shit. It's called Take-Two Interactive Software,
Yeah.
and it is 100 and however much, 164.59 a share,
Yeah.
Huh. I thought it was gonna be more.
and it's on the decline right now.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why's that?
Yeah, I don't know, but it says the analysts are saying 79% say to buy, 17% say to hold, and 4% say to sell. So I don't know, but yeah, right here, this article it says Take-Two has established new large franchises such as Borderlands and BioShock, while
Yep.
revitalizing older ones.
Yep.
I have Bioshock. I'm probably gonna play that later on tonight.
Oh damn! Here it says Take-Two is still dependent on Grand Theft Auto games. The failure of a sequel would negatively affect the company, given the high production cost. Huh?
Yep.
Damn.
So maybe they're just majority stock owners of Rockstar, and then it's marketed as this Take-Two Interactive Software.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Take-Two is the publisher, Rockstar
Okay.
is the developer.
Developers, okay. Makes sense. That's 165. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
thought,
if-
like I said, I thought it was gonna be more, like around like 300 or 500.
Yeah, because that's about how much Disney costs right now.
Right. Which I'm pretty sure they're declining because the whole like firing like 28,000 people or more.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, Netflix is last month Netflix was like 100 and something bucks. This month it's $487 a share.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, because last week they were getting a lot of shit for the whole cuties thing, and now people are starting not to give a fuck anymore. So, it's gonna fluctuate.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about the stock market.
Yeah, it fluctuates.
Oh yeah, like crazy. Like Fitbit has never gone above $10 ever, and I've been an investor since Navar told me about Robinhood, and right now they're at $7. That's the highest they've ever been.
Jesus Christ.
It's usually at like 445 to like 650.
Are you gonna pull or no?
Nah, I mean why? Fitbit ain't going nowhere.
You ain't lying. I'm just
All,
asking.
all these fucking health freaks wanting Fitbits, and then they coming out with they got a watch that looks like a goddamn Apple Watch now.
Oh yeah, it's like huge. It's like a
That-
brick, dude.
Yeah, it's called a Versa or something like that. That bitch is huge.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why? You might as well get an Apple Watch. But I don't know how the price is. That could be a different story.
It's like $200.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I also saw something on keeping the video game related about all the people who said that they regret buying NBA 2K21. I haven't bought it yet, but
Mhm.
they're seeing so many more ads
Yep.
in the video game, like legit ads, not like these little fake ads you would see, like a Fallout commercial or something like that. How they
Right.
have the little radio commercials, whatever. No, these are like legit ads for like other products
Oh, what the fuck?
that aren't even included within the game.
Like what, for example? Like,
Okay, so like Nike is always going to be involved because it's a shoe company.
right.
But then they'll have some like I don't know if this is in there, but I'm just going to throw it out. Say like some fucking kitchen cooking tool thing, whatever, right? Something that has nothing to do with basketball. They're now like treating their game like it's the Super Bowl and letting you put your ad within that game.
Yep.
So you can just buy an ad spot.
what
Doesn't even have
fuck?
to be related to the game.
Oh hell no! I would have like done like, let's say when they go to like the cutscenes where everyone's coming to I guess to huddle and all that stuff. Maybe have like the oxygen water, like when they're drinking, you just see like the brand of the water. I guess.
Well, that's all that game is branding. Literally
Right.
everything in that game. Like
Yeah.
whenever you do post game interviews, like
Yeah.
say this is my bottle, it'll say Gatorade on it, so
Mhm.
you know that it's a sponsor. So like shit, like they get small endorsements, but those are that shit's implemented in real life.
right.
The NBA and the NFL, it's all branding. But
Mhm.
whenever they start putting shit that doesn't have anything to do with the video game in there, like one dude was like, I played 4 games today, and all the commercials, none of them were the same. They were all completely different. And it was like a Hulu ad. It would like there's like a clock that counts down, and it'll let you know how much time is left on that commercial.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
And it's built into the game, so you can't skip
Yeah.
it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like what happens during the load screen. So you're just forced to watch however many commercials they get or however fast your fucking console goes. It could be 3 or 4 commercials.
Oh hell no, dude! Fuck that.
Yep.
I already see commercials enough already. I don't need more.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them was like he saw like a JG Wentworth commercial. I was like, "What the shit?" Like they're like not even trying to be they're not
Even remotely.
yeah, like remotely like they don't give a fuck. They're like, "Yeah, we'll take all that money. Go ahead and throw it this
Jesus
way."
Christ. I would at least put in like something like cool, like a basketball theme or something like that, or like a funny commercial. Like,
Well, see, that's the thing. All those commercials that you're thinking that should be in there, they're in there also. But people, they're just like, oh, hey, for $50,000 for today, for whoever's playing a game or does like a live game, whatever it's called, like an online game,
you're right.
we'll put your ad all over that fucking court.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. So like they just have legit open ad spots for everyone,
Damn.
which is insane.
That's just way too much, dude. For me.
Yeah. Like as someone who does play that game, it makes the game unbearable.
Yeah. And just think it's going to keep happening. I guarantee you they're going to keep doing that shit. They're
Yeah, I
going to do
can see
that
that.
with, whatever else games they got. It's EA, so they're going to do it for.
No, actually, that's not EA. That's 2K Sports. So imagine
Oh,
imagine the type of shit that they're doing. 2K is doing 2K Sports. Now, let's look into the future of what EA can do because we've talked about how much more money they have.
Right.
Imagine the shit they're gonna do.
Just to sprinkle it in.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, microtransactions aren't enough. Let's go ahead and have open ad spots on our load screen so that way motherfuckers can possibly be brainwashed into this shit.
Yep.
Nah.
That's why I play RPGs.
Yeah, because like it's predominantly in sports games, if not just strictly to sports games.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see why they do that just because, in sports, there's a shit ton of ads, there's a shit ton of sponsorships, there's a shit ton of all that shit. But in games, nah.
Well,
fuck
see,
that.
that was their thing. They were like, well, we're doing this to make it to make it more realistic. It's like, that's not why we're playing the fucking game. We're playing the game to play the game.
Right.
Like we didn't, if we wanted to see commercials, we'd watch the fucking game. Like we want to play the game without all these ads and shit just littered everywhere.
Nah, fuck that. Mm-mm. I mean, I can kind of get it because of the whole like COVID thing and shit. You want to feel normal, but fuck no.
Yeah.
I think I'd feel a lot more normal if I just had regular 2K commercials, like the fake 2K commercials that were in last year's game. Like that was fine. I was cool with that. It's like it's clearly it's a commercial in a game, but it's like a video game commercial. So it's like LeBron doing like some fucking crazy dunk, but it's all video game based.
Right.
It's not like legit film. I don't know. It's just too much for me. They're going way too hard with these goddamn ads
Commercials.
and
Yeah.
just the greed in general.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about, these big companies is that every year they need to show growth for their stockholders. That's what, these shareholders are looking for. That's why they'll keep investing, is because they want to see growth so they get a profit off their investment. But Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Tell that
Nice.
motherfucker go away.
It's my dad.
Tell that motherfucker go away.
God damn. He said, fuck that guy. No.
Damn.
What were you saying, BZ?
But yeah, that's why they're doing this, so they can rake in profits for their shareholders. Because, when you invest in a company, you want to see growth so you can get a profit off of your investment.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have, that's the reason why they're doing this, is so they can increase their profits and please their shareholders. But eventually, I mean, the growth is going to stop eventually.
Right.
I mean, maybe they can keep growing, but the thing is that they have to find a way to grow that isn't predatory. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they're just not capable of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Right.
yeah. I mean, how would they do that? Discreetly. It's your best option if you want to keep growing financially is to be heavily aggressive in the market.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, that I feel like it's just greed. I don't like
it's
it.
definitely greed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I get
It-
it, but I hate it.
it's on both sides. It's on the company side and the consumer side. If the consumers would vote with their fucking wallets, then they'd change up their practices.
Mm.
But as long as people are paying into this shit, it's not going to stop.
Yeah, nine. So
And then-
are you?
And then what
Oh, my
really
bad.
sucks is that like like the easiest at voting with your wallet, but by the time you get that opportunity to vote, you've already spent your money.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean,
it's already too late.
No,
yeah,
no.
like
What do you mean?
because like last year, everyone was like, okay, they finally 2K20 finally, or 2K Sports finally put out a game that obviously had your basic ads, Gatorade, Nike, all this other shit, whatever. We didn't know that in 2K21 they were gonna have open ad spots on the game. Like we didn't know because like
They're not
there's-
gonna like promote it like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, hey guys, guess what? Next year in 2K21, we're gonna have all this crazy shit in there. Be sure to get your, be sure to pony up the dough. That's if they were to do something like that, which they never will, then we could be like, I'm fucking good. I'll just keep playing this one until you don't put that shit in there.
That's why you go off of past trends, They did this shit in 21, so don't go buy 22.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah. No,
sense.
I'm already not buying 21 because of that shit.
Yeah.
No.
And so now
Yeah.
you're not going to also buy 22.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be at 20. Is that the one
Oh.
that you have right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't played that shit in forever, but when I
Okay.
did play it, what I'm saying is that it was a good game. Like it wasn't. I mean, of course, it was chock full of ads, but it wasn't like there was no open ad spots. There was nothing that kind of like deterred you away from the game, in a sense of being like, oh man, like I don't give a fuck about Dawn dish soap while on a commercial break or some shit like that.
Right.
You're like, I just want to play my game. Whereas the word now, they're like, oh well, if we don't give a damn if you care about that shit or not, here's a fucking Dawn dish soap ad, and get used to it because there's gonna be more on the way, or whoever can afford this next ad spot.
Right. Fuck that.
You know what? I think we're bitching at the wrong thing. We're bullshitting. We need to see how much one of those ad spots costs and run a STS 420 ad in that.
More than the four of us
Yeah,
could
nah.
make, even if we all had decent
That
paying
money,
jobs.
Yeah, even if we all made 50 grand a year, we probably could not afford a fucking ad spot on 2K21.
Oh no. Because. Well. Yeah. No. Mm.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. What was it? How much? I think it was like Doritos during the Super Bowl. They leaked how much they paid for their ad spot, and it was like 140 million for like a 15-second ad spot or some shit. I was like,
Jesus
holy shit!
Christ. You know what I love though that I think is funny is when HEB does that for the Super Bowl, but HEB's only in Texas. So it's kind of just like, damn, are these niggas just flexing or what?
Well, Texas has quite a bit of people in it, so
Oh yeah, but I'm still saying, like for a place that's only in Texas.
yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy to see an ad like Mama's Kitchen. That'd be fucking stupid.
They go bankrupt just trying to pay for the ad.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
lying.
And they'd be like, yo, can we pay this shit off in installments? Is that cool?
Can we pay this off in food?
Everyone who watches the Super Bowl, they're like, well, I was going to go there anyway. I don't know why the fuck. Like, were you expecting to pull people from like out of town to come to this motherfucker? I don't get it.
Somerville, what the fuck is that?
That'd be insane. Like, I
Right.
would honestly go there just for them having the sack to put that kind of money up for a fucking Super Bowl ad. Like, you know what? All right, you earned.
You
I'll
earned
get
this
I'll
one.
get an appetizer from you, motherfuckers.
You can't fuck up chips and dip.
Hmm?
Mm,
Mama's Kitchen might be able to.
Year-old fucking tomatoes.
well, it'd
If
just be store-bought dip.
Oh, still.
somehow they fuck that up, they get the oldest cheese on the shelf.
Ugh.
Oh, it's that cheese product, not even the cheese.
Oh,
Yeah, cheese
Jesus.
product. Oh, I'm good on that shit.
Hell no.
All right, let me see here. Oh, hey, Spider-Man 3 began filming a few days ago.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. How do you like the whole thing about him being mentored instead of him, like, thinking on his own in a way?
I
think
he's a
it's-
kid.
Yeah. I think it's a refreshing change from past Spider-Mans.
Hmm.
Because Spider-Man's been rebooted so many goddamn times
Right.
that it's nice to see a different version of Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Now I'm just asking because I see a lot of people on the internet always just be like, man, why are they like basically having him as a kid instead of like being on his own in a way? And I'm just like, well,
I think it's coming soon.
right.
I think, I think after this,
He might be
They're-
on his own.
yeah, I think starting with 3, he'll probably be, a young adult or an official adult. So,
You know why I like that is because in it's because in the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1, he was in high school and kind of like going towards the edge of college. Spider-Man 2, he was fully an adult. Spider-Man 3, fully an adult. I like that we actually get to see the progress of him going from being a child basically to turning into
To
a
an
Spider-Man. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I like that we kind of get to see him grow as opposed to him being like, oh, hey, he met Tony Stark. He's a kid. Boom. Next movie, he's an adult and he's like on his own.
Right.
yeah.
Like I like that they're taking the time to develop him as opposed to just boom, here you go. He's always been Spider-Man. Like
He's a
no, like
man
I,
now.
yeah, like I like seeing him fuck up and, kind of just transform in front of us.
Right.
That's
Plus-
dope.
Plus, he's had more movies than the other Spider-Men have.
Facts.
Exactly.
Because
That's what I'm saying. Like
Or more
you get
screen
to see him,
time.
Yeah.
you get to
Well,
see him progress over more movies than just one.
Yeah, because he started out in Civil War, then Spider-Man 1, then
Infinity.
Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man
Spider-Man
2. So
And then Spider-Man 3, and then the multiverse. And then
Yeah.
he's going to be in the Doctor Strange one too, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard
so-
that, and I also heard Deadpool might be in that one
Yeah.
too. So
I think we talked about it, but Deadpool's basically they're giving Ryan Reynolds a big contract to
mhm.
basically be the new stand-in for Stan Lee. So he's gonna be in every movie, not like in the sense of like him like being a part of the movie, but just
like a cameo?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna be the next Stan Lee cameo.
Bro, we're on chemistry tonight. We're on flow. I just check this shit out. Deadpool 3 and 4 are in development already.
yeah.
And they're supposed to be R rated.
Yes.
And
makes sense.
and there's gonna be a Deadpool and Punisher movie with homeboy John Bernthal from the Netflix series.
Oh, no
Thunderbolts?
fucking way.
The Thunderbolts, yeah, R rated.
What?
We'll see.
Bruh, no, it has to be. Ron Reynolds said he was out if he couldn't have it his way.
Oh,
He
word.
said, he said if it wasn't going to be true to Deadpool, then he wouldn't want to do it again.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering about John Bernthal because I know like all those actors from the Netflix series,
Yeah.
they were under contract and they couldn't be reused for those characters for a certain amount of time, I believe.
Yeah, I read that, but also I read within that contract if that series continues, they're not too sure about another season of Punisher because it did well, but remember like we were talking about no promotion from Netflix, so they're like, oh well, let's go ahead and scrap it. So
Yeah.
because like what was it? Luke Cage got canceled after 2 seasons,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
did phenomenal, but they didn't promote it. So the second season didn't do as well as the first season.
Yeah.
So and the same thing is happening with the same thing happened with Punisher. It was all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all this other shit, but you didn't really see it on major networks. So who's gonna know to go watch it? Like I know I was late to the party. Like when Punisher came out, it had been out for like 4 months, and I'm like, oh shit, Punisher, dope! I gotta check this shit out. So they always do that shit. So if let's say it doesn't get picked up for a second season, because Deadpool 3 and 4, we're not talking about next year. Obviously, we're looking like 3 or 4 years down the line, or at least 3 years for part 1, but they're going to be trying to film both parts at the same time for flashback moments and all that shit.
Right.
Well, also with the Thunderbolts, it's not just Deadpool and Punisher. There's like a whole bunch of different other people.
Who they're bringing in?
Pulled into this to make a big ass team. And Ryan Reynolds was like, "Look, I love Marvel, I love MCU. He's like, but if I can't be Deadpool the way I want to be, the way Deadpool's supposed to be played, then there's no point in using Deadpool in the MCU."
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah. And also, like we talked about before, imagine if he was actually in the MCU and didn't have his own standalone movie. He would steal the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He would just. I mean, let's say he was in Captain Marvel 2. Nobody would go to see Captain Marvel. They would
hell
go
no.
to see Deadpool.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. But wait, so what is this contract y'all talking about with the actors from Netflix? I don't know about this.
It's just something I heard, and I didn't really look too deep into it, but I think it was like a contract that Netflix had with Marvel or something like that, to where like Netflix could use those characters for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then Marvel couldn't use those characters.
Basically, like
Well,
what
Netflix
Sony
were-
did with Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
And,
Interesting.
but the difference between that contract is that this time around, Marvel owns those characters, the IPs.
Right.
So
Yeah, they were just loaning them to
yeah.
Netflix.
So the good thing is that's why they were saying, like, say we do want to continue to use, we do want to pick up a second season of Punisher. Well, then, what is it called? Like, fuck, I can't think of the term. It's basically like,
Renegotiate.
no, not renegotiate. It's basically like, let's say you're doing well in something, but then I come in and fuck it all up for my benefit. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
torturous something. I can't remember the actual term. I read it in that article thing, but pretty much like, say it does well, and in the middle of that season, they're like, hey, we're starting the Thunderbolts movie next week. We need John Bernthal, and he can't be there for that, for the continuation of the filming of season 2. Well, then that, they can get in trouble for that because they signed a contract stating that, okay, well, we can't use him right now while he's under contract with you guys, considering you picked up a second season.
Right. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, they have weird contracts, man. It's all, I mean, you know how it is.
Right.
Or maybe we don't. I don't know. I don't know these fucking industry contracts like that. I just know I'm ready for another Deadpool that's R-rated.
Hell yeah, me too, dude. Those two movies were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I saw an interview. Like I said, I dedicated basically this whole week to nerd shit, and I saw an interview where it was Brad Pitt after doing one movie, like his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or whatever it is, the Quentin Tarantino movie, and they asked him what it was like to work with Ryan Reynolds. And I guess that Deadpool 2 wasn't the first time he worked with him, but he said he hit him up and asked him. He was like, "I need the most beautiful man in the world to be in my movie, but never be seen," or some shit like that. He was like, I can't have you still in the show, man. So you want to be this invisible guy? He was like, fuck yeah, man, sign me up. It only took a day to shoot everything. So he was like, hell yeah, sign me the fuck up, I'm in.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then he kills him off.
Dude, when I saw that part, I was all like, are you fucking serious? Or
Wait.
when I saw the news. Because he's in Deadpool 2. Brad Pitt. He's the invisible guy.
The guy who gets who lands on the telephone lines.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I didn't know about that until like the internet was all like, "Yo, did you know that was Brad Pitt?" And I was like, "No fucking way!" And you like look into the IMDb, and you're like, "What? That's fucking Brad Pitt!" Oh
Yeah, and
shit!
it says like a short cameo, like Brad Pitt. Like, I mean, because you only see his face at the end of the. I think it's maybe in the credits, right, where like he gets shocked, and then you kind of see his face. No, it's in the movie. You
Yeah,
get
it's
to
in
see
the
it for
movie.
like you get to see it for like half a second. You barely get to see his face, but yeah, that's Brad Pitt. He was like, "I need the most beautiful man on the planet to be in my movie, but not steal the show." He was like, "Huh?" He's like, "I want you to be the invisible guy, and I'm gonna kill you off." He was like, "Fucking sign me up, I'm in."
I wonder how much he paid him to do that part.
Probably not shit,
Hey,
dude. I would have done that for free. Being Deadpool
Yeah, I would've
too.
done that for
Hell
free,
yeah,
too.
I would have been that bitch for free.
I love hearing stories about actors who are all like, "Yeah, I never got paid for that one, but it was a fun like thing to do." And I was like, "Dope, dude! I can respect you for that."
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of actors who have done like what was it fuck, oh, a lot of the actors in was it the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, they got
Yeah.
paid, they basically got paid like peanuts.
Mm.
They were just like, "Oh dude, hell yeah," like because you know a lot of them owed Kevin favors, so
Right.
he was like, "Shit, I'll be in this." So like I think it was weird that he got Ben Affleck, but
Right?
yeah.
No, was it? I remember hearing the story with Johnny Depp and the Wars movie. I
Oh, for
forget
Tusk.
for Tusk. He was all
Yeah.
like, "Bro, you don't have to pay me shit. I'm down." He's like, "Word."
Yeah.
He's like, "Hell yeah."
Because you know Johnny Depp likes those weird ass movies. That's why he always works with Tim Burton. So he was
Right.
like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'm in." He was like, "Just let me know where." Because what was it? He was saying like, "Oh, I kept messaging him, calling him, and he wouldn't answer." And then finally, he answered the phone. He was like, "Oh, hey, Kevin, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, man, you still down to do this movie?" He was like, "Oh yeah, send me the address. I'll be on the way," or some shit like that. He was like, "No, dude, I'll fly you out. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you." And he took care of him, and he played the weirdest fucking part in that movie.
Oh, my favorite is when he goes into his like his trailer and all that, and he's like, "Yo, man," and he's like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "What? My nose. What about it? It's a penis."
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He was like, "You're Kevin Smith. You can appreciate this shit, right?" He's like, "Well, that wasn't the direction I was going for, but you're Johnny Depp, man. Have a dick nose. I don't care."
Yeah, his like if you look at it, it looks like a penis, and it has like a little dent in the middle. So it just makes it a little worse. It's funny as shit though.
Yeah. Shout out to Johnny Depp. Shout out to all the actors who will come through for the better part of the treatment.
Yeah.
Fucking right, brother. Fucking right. Oh, I saw just a couple more things on this list here. Tom Holland's actually supposed to be doing a live action video game, Uncharted.
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bro, why is he already getting hate for this movie?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the internet.
The internet. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that he just doesn't look old enough to play Nathan Drake.
What? I thought he
So-
looked all right.
Yeah. I think he'll probably do fine.
And then plus he can grow in, because
Yeah.
I mean he's so young. Eventually he's gonna turn like 30 or something like that, and
Yeah.
you could do a whole series depending on how well it is.
Yeah.
But that's
Yep.
just me.
I think the only thing that worries me about that about that franchise as far as a movie goes is that like those action movies, oh man, they're always and I hate to say it, but a lot of action movies are severely overhyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't want I don't want to go in with this heavy because I like that movie a lot. I mean that game a lot. I thought it was really interesting. It's really fun, a real dope ass adventure game, but I just don't want them to try to do too much. And then like what was it recently, like that Tomb Raider movie came out
Yeah.
based off the new Tomb Raider games,
hmm
and it sucked. Like it flopped at the box office.
Didn't
I think I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong.
who played her? It wasn't Angelina Jolie, right?
No.
No, that was the old one, right?
Yeah, they got some chick who
Okay.
looks like identical to her in the video game,
Mm.
but it was pretty much like verbatim the first new Tomb Raider game.
Okay.
And they were like, "Well, fuck, man, give us a different storyline." And then that's where my brain goes, "Well, fucking make up your mind. Do you want it to be exactly like the game, or do you want a twist?"
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah, because I mean, we bitched about it before, like all these remakes and shit, but then we're also scared to watch new shit.
You lying.
Yeah, that's the problem is that Yeah, one, companies are afraid to take the risks, and two, consumers are afraid to take risks as well.
It's more dangerous for the production companies when the consumers are afraid to take the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, I can't speak for everyone, but I know for me, like, when a movie comes out, particularly a remake, I get a little excited for it. Now, am I annoyed by that? Absolutely. But I'd still much rather pay money to go see that because I'm like, how are they gonna remake it? What are they gonna add
Right.
to it? What are they gonna take away from it? This is where like new franchises, it's like, ugh. Times are hard right now. Do I really want to spend $20 at a movie theater to go see something I'm not too sure what the fuck this is?
He lying.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch a remake or a sequel?
Sequel.
Sequel.
Yeah, I would much rather watch a sequel.
Makes sense.
Now, if it starts getting into like Fast and Furious territory where they've got like 30
Yeah.
of them, that's whenever I draw the line. It's like, fam, the movie was not that great.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious in space.
Yeah, it's like FF Red. This time the gang is on Mars. You're like, what the fuck?
No, dude, I didn't know they made a cartoon of the Fast and Furious. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
That doesn't
Jesus.
surprise me at all, actually.
I was
Nah.
like, word? Yeah, it's like a kid's show. And I was like, what the fuck? Are they serious?
It should have been an anime.
I
That'd
can
have been
see
dope.
that, yeah.
Yeah, like a very serious like adult anime.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'd do really well.
I can see that.
Hell
Just because I think they could get away with more.
Oh,
Hell
yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
If they
Mhm.
gave it like a mature rating, yeah,
And do a lot more, too.
yeah,
And they would actually have more racing on there since it's a show instead of like a movie.
yeah,
You know, you're so tight with a lot of shit.
yeah,
Yeah, I think when it comes back to stuff like that, I feel like Fast and the Furious, the original one, came out in a time where movies dominated everything. Now it's completely opposite, as where shows dominate everything. People would rather sit down at their house and watch a 12-part or 12-episode series as opposed to a 2-hour movie where everything's crammed in, and it's just more interesting that way.
Right.
Yeah.
If they released a Fast and the Furious series, maybe like a 10-part series or something like that, or like a 10-episode series, I bet you it would be received very well but you got to keep it car centric.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If it focused more on like illegal racing and stuff like that, and like that kind of that whole
Like that
Finesse.
underground, like
yeah, that underground stuff, I think that would probably do really well.
Hmm.
That whole kind of seediness that kind of goes with illegal street racing.
Right. Trying to steal the gas, the parts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
raids.
yeah, because like the first part like was very like when you think of Fast and the Furious movie, this is what I tell people all the time. Like I don't like them anymore because they steered away from that. Like
Yeah.
honestly, Fast and the Furious would have done great with just one part because that depicted that lifestyle back then. What was it, like 2000, 2001 or some shit like that? That's
Right.
what was going. That's what was going on. Like people were doing illegal street racing. They were stealing gas. They were stealing parts, and it all revolved around the automobile like industry, whatever. Like it was very car centric.
Right.
And then the second part came out, and then it was like drifting, which was still car centric. That was Tokyo Drift, right?
No, that
no.
was 3.
yeah.
3? Okay.
The second one was they were working for the cops to try to bust some big drug lord or something like that. I
Oh,
don't know.
so they already steered away from all the. Okay,
Mhm.
never mind. Then.
Yeah,
But
they're-
they did a lot of like car stuff on there too. Not like stealing stuff, but more just like, hey, this is our rides. This is what the the cops gave us.
I think they were trying to like pose as car thieves or something like that.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, whenever like once that happened, that's whenever the writers and that whole development team, they should have been like, hey, let's go ahead and rename this movie. Like Fast and Furious is done. Let's just change the title to something different, and then it would have been its own series. Like I said,
Right.
To me,
Ye-
the Fast and the Furious should have been its own movie. That's it.
You know what? I think it would have gone differently if they'd really focused more on Brian, his because at the end of the first one he basically
He turned himself in.
well no he ran away. No, oh yeah, he did turn himself in to
Mhm.
let Vin Diesel run away.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he should have tried to
Run away and then
run
keep
away
on.
and stay on the run. Basically become an outlaw.
Right. And then him like doing races with other cities and all that.
Yeah, to earn money to stay on the run.
Yeah, I think that would have been much, much better. Because
Yeah.
it would have kept me interested for sure. But I don't know about
Right.
I don't know about for 10 goddamn parts.
No, definitely not that. But
Yeah,
I can
that-
see them doing that, and then the third movie, he ends up having to face the music or whatever.
Or like he gets homegirl pregnant and he has like a change of heart. And
Yeah,
Right.
and
he wants
so
to be like a dad or something.
yeah, so he has to try to,
Leave the country or get
or
turn
yeah,
himself in.
yeah, turn himself in or try to work a deal to where he does something for the government
Right.
in order to,
Stay free.
stay free.
Yeah, like I said, man, the first part was the best to me personally, just because it really represented that lifestyle. And I mean,
yeah,
I was
for sure.
I was a kid when it came out, so not that I knew anything about it, but whenever it did come out, a lot of people who did live that lifestyle were like, "Yo, this is dope! Like, this is exactly what it's like." Like there's a lot of money on the line with these races and shit, so they will go out and steal better parts and gas and all that shit because
Mhm.
that's what it was like. They can't afford that shit,
Tires and all
Yeah,
that. Oh, yeah.
tires. Yeah, like they're doing these races to keep the lights on and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved 1 and I loved 2. Those are the 2 movies that I really loved the most. Everything else kind of just like,
I don't really remember part 2. I mean, I remember it, but I don't like remember like not like detail for detail. Like the first one was dope. Like I said, it was all racing.
right.
I mean, for the most part.
And then the beginning of part 2, that's when they do racing again, but they kind of like stop Brian and they're all like, "Hey, dude, like we need you." And then he's all like, "Well, you already gave me a break," and they're like, "Well, no, we need you this time." And he's like, "Fuck, all right, cool."
I don't know. Like I said, I've been done with that franchise for shit years now.
The thing that I find funny though is that this new movie they're bringing in like John Cena for one of the parts, and he's like Dom's brother, and I'm just like, dude, y'all couldn't even find a dude who looked like Dom like at all. Like he doesn't have to be bald, but fuck, John Cena, really?
They stopped trying.
Yeah, basically, I was all like, "You're really gonna go with this fool looks like Dom? Really?" I don't know. It just looks retarded. And
I mean, you should have known it was going to take a bad turn whenever they started bringing in Jason Statham for everything. And was it Hobbs and what's his name?
Hobbs and Shaw,
yeah, whatever it is. I don't
The
know.
Rock, yeah. No, dude, but now, this is big. I guess it's a big spoiler, but not really, because if you look on IMDb, they bring back a character that they supposedly kill off, and I'm just like, bruh, really?
Yeah. And another thing I keep reading to change the topic a little bit is that Robert Downey Jr. is like legit, like in cahoots with the writers for Multiverse of Madness to have him come back.
Yeah, I heard that same thing too. I was like, what? Word? They're not gonna keep you dead?
Yeah.
I think they should though.
I think they should too, but I guess because like Dr. Doolittle didn't do so well, that he's just like, fuck it, I might as well get my money.
It's that stigma, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's tied to him forever. He was Iron Man for 11 years. I mean,
Yeah,
come
basically.
on. You can't shake that shit.
Yeah. But I thought it was a good movie or a decent movie, the Dr. Doolittle.
Doolittle, yeah.
Yeah, but
I haven't seen it. I heard it was good. Like I haven't heard from the people who I know who've seen it. They said it was pretty good, but that doesn't equate to great box office sales just because a few people like it.
right.
Yeah.
So I think had that taken off, he would have tried to start a new franchise because I heard it was like mostly like geared toward like younger kids or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Damn. If
So,
I
yeah,
was
he
him, I
was
would do a lot more voiceover work. Because I
get
mean, like,
that voiceover money.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think if
that's
they
just
started
me.
an animated Avengers, like a new animated Avengers, and they had all the actual, the MCU actors that we know in there, dude, that would
Right.
make such a killing. And he could do that shit from his house.
Right. Like, I mean, like, it'll be so much more easier. You basically will be getting half of the pay, but you're going to get more consistently compared to, like, you got to wait until, like, the project gets approved and, all that shit.
Yeah, there's ways to do it, but I mean, at heart, he's obviously an actor. Dude's been
Right.
acting since like what mid early '80s or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
since he was a teenager.
Yeah.
So
dude's like a legit actor.
yeah.
I can see why he wants to stick to the big screen.
Yeah. I don't want to see him in do voice acting stuff. I want to see him in
Actual movies.
actual movies. But I want to see him in like, action movies and stuff like that.
No.
Or I think
I like him in comedies, to be honest.
Yeah, he's
I
a funny dude.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he is a pretty funny dude, but I want to see him in more
Serious.
serious actiony kind of roles. Because if you remember from, I think what was it, the third Iron Man, where he actually spent a lot of time outside of the suit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And so we kind of got to see,
Tony Moore as a person.
yeah, Tony, less Iron Man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so I think he could do something like that.
well, I know he's a damn good dramatic actor, but
Yeah.
I think as far as I know one of the reasons he was like saying he was done with
Iron Man.
Iron Man is because of the physical strains it was putting on him. Like
Yeah.
like wearing like not necessarily like
The
flying
suit.
around and shit, but like he was in a harness a lot of the time,
Mm.
and like it was hurting, it was fucking his back up, and then there were like for like the small stunts and stuff he could do it, but like even for some of the big stunts, like his face was always involved. Like they wanted you to know that it was him instead of the back of a
Right.
head or something like that. So he would do those, and like if you watch that episode of Rogan, he talks about it. He was like, it's a lot, man. He's like, it's a lot to be an MCU actor. Like they really demand a lot out of you physically.
Right. Because, I mean, like, look at that one dude, that one Indian dude. He's, like,
Oh,
buffed
Kumail?
up like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got shredded like a motherfucker.
Who?
Yeah, the
The dude from the Eternals, the Kumail Nanjiani, he's a comedian.
yeah, he's a comedian.
I'd have to look him up because I'm drawing
Yeah,
a blank.
he's gonna be one of the Eternals. But if you see him in anything before that, he's like a real like pudgy, like real pudgy dude with like a bit thick ass beard. But
Yeah.
for the Eternals, he got shredded, and he went on like I think it was Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel or something like that. He was like, "Hey man, what's it like being in the MCU now?" He was like, "I got to be honest, I hate myself every day because he has to wake up at like 5 a.m. and work out, for 2 hours, and then eat some bullshit diet, some bullshit meal, and then come noon he's got to work out for another hour and a half,
Mhm.
and then eat something crazy, and then from 3 to 5 he's working out again. So it's just a constant workout.
Yeah, he literally has to keep up that shape.
So yeah,
Cool.
Sorry.
Dope. Ah.
Sorry. Here, let me just answer this, and y'all keep on talking.
all right, yeah, cool. Going deaf, son?
Huh?
Did you just go even deafer?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what's up. Yeah, hold on. Damn it. Oh, dude, I saw something funny that they're gonna add Rambo in the new Mortal Kombat game.
I can see that.
When was the last time you played a Mortal Kombat game?
That's
It's
been a
probably
while.
been some years, huh?
At least a decade.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I don't think I've touched a Mortal Kombat game since Deception.
Shit, it's been a minute since.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got bored of fighting games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's so one dimensional. I mean, they're cool for a while, but then you know, I think like because I remember I don't know if you played with this a lot, but Tekken 3,
Yeah.
like you could play that for a while, and then after a while, you're like, all right, is there anything else to do with this fucking thing?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
remember they had like different game modes. What was it? The survival mode, the one where you
Yeah.
could get like the chicken or whatever to kind of keep your strength up. They
Yeah.
had like
Yeah.
different modes, but even then, like, it just wasn't the greatest game ever.
Yeah. I do remember doing like the volleyball mode.
Oh yeah, was that in Tekken 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Talking about
Yeah.
fighting games.
Ooh.
Rambo's
Yeah.
supposed to be in the new Mortal Kombat. I asked Be Easy when was the last time he played Mortal Kombat. What about you?
Dude, I haven't played that since like maybe 2014.
Shit,
I think.
that's then you've played it. You're the most recent player of that game because I can't remember playing that shit.
I hated playing those games because like it was so much to do. Like when wanting to do a lot of combos and shit, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" I hate fighting games. Besides, like um, the Smash games, because the Smash games are pretty easy to learn. You just got to know the timing. But the other games, I'm just like, "Nah, fuck this."
Yeah, we were saying they're pretty like fighting games are pretty one dimensional. It's like
Yeah.
it's super repetitive. So I don't know, but I think
I'm-
it's cool that they're still trying to keep that franchise alive.
Right. Because I mean, like, I think it's cool to see like the finishers and the characters and all that. I think it's dope, but I just hate how hard it is to like do all the like different like codes in order to do like one special move. I'm just like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck that.
I think it's funny how we'll shit on movie franchises for having like 30 movies, but then we're like, video game doing it, it's whatever.
Oh, because I
Well,
mean, like, it's
that-
not too as like boring or not as I guess frustrating when they do it. You know?
Yeah. Well, it just depends on the game.
Right. Because I mean, Final Fantasy is a whole different story. It's never really like a whole like different.
Yeah, it's not like one big joint story.
Right.
It's a bunch of stories that kind of take place in the same universe,
Right.
maybe.
Hmm.
So,
I don't know. I know I'm not. I already know I'm not playing the new Mortal Kombat. I just thought it was cool that I was like, oh, Rambo. Y'all throwing
Dope.
Rambo in this bitch.
Right. I know you and Navarre really love playing fighting games.
No, I only play Soul Cal, and the reason I would play that one is because it did have a bunch of, well, at least the one that I remember playing had a bunch of different game modes. So
Uh-huh.
it wasn't just the,
Fighting
your-
aspect.
Yeah, just the fighting aspect. Like, I mean, it wasn't a storyline or anything like that, but you could, like what we were talking about with Tekken 3 when you were outside. They had different like survival modes, so it was always based around fighting. But it was just cool because you got like weapons. You could pretty much have like powers and shit. So it made it a little more interesting, but it's still very very one dimensional. And the only reason we talk about Soul Cal is because Navarre thinks he's good at it, but he's trash.
I don't know how he is in that game. He's pretty beast on a Smash, but again, like I said, the Smash games, the way that you control the character is easy. So, I don't know.
I've never played those games, like not even once.
No.
I remember when Brawlhalla first came out, he was calling me like every day or texting me, dude, you got to get this. It's cross-platform. Dude, you got to get this. I'll whoop your ass. I'm like, I never had any like
desire.
desire to play that shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you can hold on to that one. I'll let you hold that throne. You don't want to see me, but you don't want to see me on Soul Cal, bitch.
Hey.
I brought it and a controller, and he didn't want to play me.
I forget why he didn't do it.
I think it's something with Eastside or something at the time, but I was like
Still.
full best 2 out of 3. I was like, it'll take 10 minutes. Woo. Woo 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 woo. Like, oh, now you want to fucking walk it back. This is what you was talking all that shit.
Right. That fool. Okay. I still
Yeah,
want to
fool.
see who would win though.
You're looking at him right now, friend.
Be
I don't
dominating.
know. Since he hasn't played in a while and I haven't played in a while, we'd probably need some warm up games.
Hey.
Yeah.
Line.
We'd probably it's a little, especially I don't remember any other controls or anything. Damn, y'all hear these fucking ambulance going off?
Yeah, I
Sirens
hear
and
it.
shit. Jesus.
I don't hear shit.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't hear shit if you were in the ambulance. So
God damn.
Facts.
still got to get you some better headphones. But
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
forgot.
y'all ready to wrap this whole up?
Yeah.
Sure.
For sheezy, my kneesy.
My squeezies.
Hell yeah.
Y'all ready
Yeah,
for
do it.
Friday? Friday the 30th?
Yes.
Wow, what's
yeah,
going on
because
Friday?
Saturday is the 31st.
Yeah, y'all ready for Friday?
What's going on Friday?
Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, shit. Already?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Huh.
Haven't even seen the first season. No, I'm just playing.
I was about to smash Israel's iPad.
No, boy.
Just so I could punch at Zeke.
Jesus.
You have him in the front of you. Why can't you do your phone?
Because that's my
No,
phone.
Brian
motherfucker.
drives to Houston just to punch me. He's like, see, now I'm an Uber Eats driver. Here's a fist, bitch.
Delivery.
I'm like, no, leave that shit at the door. I don't want it. Hey, you can hold on to that one.
You're an hour and something minutes late. It's cold.
What is it? A wise man never pays for late pizza.
Yeah.
It'll be easy. You still got to watch. That's my boy.
Yes. Are we still gonna try to do that on Sunday before the show?
Yeah, we can.
I want to.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
don't have it though.
I'll probably have to rent it or something.
Navarro was showing me the clip where the shotgun scene, and dude, I was dying laughing.
Shit's so hilarious. Yeah, I had hit KO up about coming on the show, and he said he was free, but I was like, nah, let's just save our guest for episode 150, which is Bobby.
Okay.
So, and then anything, because like what he'll be our first guest since what?
Since
James, technically.
yeah.
No, Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan came through. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, James. Oh no, wait. Who was on? Who was before? Was it? No, yeah, he was the last guest. That was that start at the finish line. I think that was like episode 120 something.
It's either him or Jared.
Oh, Jew was on episode 128.
Oh yeah, Jew and his cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last time was Jew and his cousin. I remember now.
Damn.
Man, it feels like that little area was just fuzzy.
Yeah.
Damn, that was 22 weeks ago.
I know.
Or that will be 22 weeks ago.
Man, I can't believe, Jesus, I can't believe the pandemic has still been in that way.
Oh yeah, bro. And apparently, according to my phone, I don't know how real those articles are. This shit's just getting worse. Like other countries are starting to close down again.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I'm just like
Germany and Russia and shit. I'm like, Russia? God-damn.
Was it? I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he's like really, he knows a lot of the medical industry and all that, and he was telling me like a lot of the medical people are just like, we gotta do that immunity shit because now it's just kind of just dumb to kind of
close down. Yeah,
close down. They're just like, fuck it, we gotta do the immunity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll literally try to turn ourselves into a third world country.
Yeah.
Only difference is we'll have Wi-Fi.
I mean, if we can pay for it, shit.
Right? Yeah, it fucking sucks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not in it on that depressing ass shit.
Yeah, man.
What else I got? I refuse. That may be all I have. Yep, looks like we're ending on depressing shit. Unless Beezy got something. Depressing Beezy, is that what we're going out on? Israel, what do you got?
Well, the only thing that I can think of is Brian Sourdough. It's coming up pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might be able to use it this weekend. So I think I'm gonna try make some sourdough bread and bring it by.
For the show.
Yeah.
Oh, we can eat it during That's My Boy.
Yeah. Make some sandwiches.
Make some Sammies.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, bring
Yeah.
that sauce that you're talking about. They usually put on that meat sauce or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on that shit.
I'm willing to try it.
Yo, fool, I totally forgot that piece of wood that you needed.
No, it's all right.
It was in the back of the truck and everything. Like, I found a good piece and everything.
Sure has. I mean, unless you can bring it before Saturday, that'd be great, but it's all right.
Just go to my grandma's. Call my mom. The wood's over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it already in that?
No, it should be in the carport where we park the cars.
Okay.
Yeah, just go grab it.
But I mean, like, is it as that size or do I have to cut it down?
You may have to cut it down.
All right.
Beezy's got a sawzall. Maybe take some sandpaper to that hoe.
Hey. Okay, cool.
All right, hoes. Well, let's wrap this bitch up. That was episode number 6.
Number 6.
Right? Yeah, number 6. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.